Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television GPTV. I'm Brett. In my hands is one of the new releases this week. It's The Incredible Hulk Last Call, bringing together two of the classic creators for the Hulk. We got Peter David and Dale Keown, and it's an interesting comic. So this takes place in a retro comic, kind of throwback in a way, and it's post Betty Ross, Betty Banner having died, being killed, and this entire issue is mainly focused on Bruce Banner really dealing with the death of his wife and his love. It's a depressing comic, but I think done really well. It has him calling into a suicide hotline and having a discussion and really contemplating whether or not he wants to continue living. It also kind of comes up with this idea. Can he die? Who is the kind of leading who, and takes you really through the history of the Hulk. And it does it in a really well done way. And there's also some, I think, fascinating reflections of how the Hulk was killed by Hawkeye, many years later. There's some kind of, I don't want to say, it's weird to say an homage for something that happens in the future, but happened in the past with comics. And then, of course, this nice little reveal as to who is supposed to help him kill himself. It's a depressing comic. It takes place during the winter. I think I think it's in the winter, and there's like snow coming down. There's references of it snowing. It's a weird comic. And it's not necessarily a bad thing at all, but I found myself struggling to get through it just because it's a depressing comic. I have to give props to Marvel. There's a little bit of a thing for suicide prevention underneath. I think I would have rather had that nice and big in the back as opposed to really small in the back because you need it, or having it in the front. There definitely should have been like a warning somewhere in the comic about it. This is some weighty stuff, and it's a hell of a read. I mean, Peter David is a fantastic writer. He's done some amazing stuff on Hulk, and to see him team up with some solid art, like it's a good read, and like I think Under the Moon, Catwoman Tale, it's a tough read as well, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. Comics are supposed to challenge you like that. The art is good. I think we've seen better from the artist, but I can't complain too much about it. He's joined by inkers Marc Farmer, Mark Daring, Walden, Wong, Scott Hanna. There's a lot of inkers. Colors Peter Steigerwald, John Starr, letterist Cory Petit. And it's good art. Like, the Hulk looks great. I think everyone else looks decent, but really what the standout is the Hulk. There's some fantastic things with that, but even that, things are not quite consistent enough for me. But overall, like it's an interesting kind of this is your life sort of story. Bruce Banner deciding whether or not he wants to end his life. Like, it's all a very interesting comic, and done just in a very well done way. So you can check it out. It's in comic shops now. Of course, go support your comic shop. There's a link beneath this video. Put in your zip code of tell if a shop's near you. No shop, no problem. We got some affiliate links. There are affiliate links, so we do get a small percentage of that. By doing that, you help support our site, though, but really you should go support shops. And speaking of support, I want to thank Marvel for hooking us up with this review copy. We always appreciate it, and thank you for watching. Now, if you're into the Hulk, if you're into Marvel, if you're into comics in general, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. So until next time, keep reading those comics, and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.